Hi, welcome to this little video on scales. This video is about the natural minor scale and how to notate it. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, feel free to go and check them out. There is this video on major scales, and there'll be future videos on some of the other scales. So let's move on. In this video, I'll assume that you know about the treble clef and bass clef. If you're not too familiar with that, please go and do a bit of research on that before you do this little lesson. Here we go. So I'll start off with just a quick little recap. We've covered this diagram of a circle of fifths. I find it a really useful tool, particularly for beginners who are having to do a crash course in learning a lot of theory in a short amount of time. We spoke about in previous lessons the outside of the circle referring to the major scale, and the inside of the circle we're going to talk about today referring to the minor scale and minor key signatures. On the right, we've got our sharps and the number of sharps that our keys will have. And on the left, we've got our flats and the number of flats our different keys will be in. Okay. Down the bottom, we've got our order of sharps. So the sharps going from left to right. And we've got our order of flats going from right to left. So let's get started. We're going to start with E minor. Now, E minor is related to G major and happens to use the same one sharp. So let's set up our page. Let's draw a treble clef in. Okay, and we're going to be calling this E minor. Okay, or known as the E natural minor. And we're going to be putting in our one sharp. So our first F sharp goes on our top line. And then we're going to put in the notes. So the notes that we need to start on E. So let's start on our bottom line. And the notes that we're going to be using, there's going to be 8 of them. And we're going to go up our musical scale to work out these notes. So E, then F, G, A, B, C, D, E. And you notice I've left a bit of space between those notes. It helps with neatness. Okay, so that concludes our E minor scale. It's as simple as that. So we've got our F sharp in our key signature. We've got our notes from E to E using our musical alphabet, and there's 8 of them. So if we were to use our scale degrees on this one, we'd have our first note, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, and 8th note from our starting note. So if I was talking about the third scale degree of E minor, I'll be talking about the G note. If I was talking about the 7th scale degree, I'll be talking about the D from low E. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's ascending or descending, these would be numbered in the same way. So the F sharp would always be the second scale degree, even if it's an ascending or descending scale. Let's try another example. So let's try and have, which one should we do? Let's try one with one flat. So we've got our D minor, which will have one flat. So let's give it a go. And that one flat would be, the first flat would be our B flat. So let's draw that in, another treble clef. Okay, and we're going to label this as D minor. And we need to have our one flat in there, and that was our B flat on the middle line. Next, we're going to be thinking about our notes. So I'm going to be starting this on the D just below the staff. And again, using my musical alphabet, going up to the next D. So D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And then I've got all my notes from D to D with my B flat in the key signature. Now, if you are asked to put this as a scale with accidentals, okay, sometimes we're asked to do that. If I was to rub out my key signature over here and put that flat in front of the B, so D, E, F, G, A, B is this note here, I'd have that D minor scale written as notation. Okay, I'll point out again that the B flat needs to have the flat symbol in front of the note when we notate it. Next we'll try one in bass clef. So which one should we do? Let's try C minor. C minor has 3 flats, so that would be B, E, and A. So let's try this one in bass clef. So C minor, and these are also known as the natural minor scales. So C minor, we needed our B flat, our E flat, and our A flat. And our C minor scale starts, as you see in a pattern, needs to start on C. And we've got 8 notes again. So going up our musical alphabet, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And as simple as that. So we've just done our third scale within a minute or two. Hopefully this has been helpful for you in writing out your natural minor scales. If you found that this is helpful, please definitely comment below or hit the subscribe button to find out about some more scales. I will be putting up some more scales in due course and hopefully be able to learn a few and find them useful. Thanks.